Pike County Relief Services is working to help people in the area recover from the floods that poured through more than 1 year ago. A meeting will be held Sunday in the Virgie community, offering assistance to folks who are still working to recover and rebuild. The gathering will provide a space to discuss resources, working with professionals to find ways to expedite the FEMA appeals process.
We're going to have a contractor to do estimates for appeals, for FEMA appeals, and for help with processing that, and it's a free service to the community.
Doors open to those in need at 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon at Virgie Baptist Church. Hear more about what to expect from the meeting coming up at 6. Folks using US 23 in Pike County will notice road crews working at night starting Sunday. Kentucky Transportation Cabinet officials say those highway crews will be installing sensors in the asphalt between Weddington Plaza and Cowpen in Coal Run Village. When that section is finished, they will move to US 23 between Community Trust Bank and Island Creek. That work is scheduled to take place between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m. Kentucky transportation leaders have announced more than $41,000 in emergency road aid money for Wolfe County. That money will fund repairs to Neville Rose Road, about a mile east of Highway 1812. It will help pay for a new drainage structure there. Wolfe County officials will handle that project. Police in Louisville say a man is targeting women in parking lots around Pleasure Ridge Park. Police say the man approaches women during the early morning hours when it's still dark out, demanding money or their purse. If they put up a fight, he pistol whips them. Detectives say a couple of would-be victims have been able to scare the robber off. Now investigators are hoping for tips from the public.
We need them to call in any tips that they have, any suspicious activity, if they think they were possibly a victim or were a potential victim of this suspect, then we need to know that too, so we can go to those areas and look for video.
There is not a good description of the suspect because he wears a mask and covers his face. Police say all they know is that he's tall, thin, and black. Until he is arrested, police are asking women in that area to be extra cautious. Across the country, COVID-19 numbers are ticking up, including hospitalizations. Outbreaks of COVID and other illnesses forced some school closings here in Kentucky this week and in Texas. CBS's Michael George takes a look at the numbers and how to protect yourself.
Instead of handing out homework, multiple school districts in Kentucky are handing out COVID tests.
A lot of them are testing positive they don't know about, but the ones we do know about, it's a significant number for McGoffin County.
Schools closed in at least 2 counties in Kentucky, as well as a small district in Texas, with students and staff out sick.
It was a no-brainer that it was in the best interest of keeping everyone safe.
The number of COVID cases is edging up nationwide. Hospitalizations jumped more than 21% in 1 week this month.
Hospitalizations are up because COVID transmission is up, but who's actually getting sick enough to end up in the hospital? It's the elderly. So really, people 70 and up are driving most of that, almost the entire increase that we're seeing in hospitalizations right now.
A Hollywood studio and some academic and hospital settings are requiring masks again. Health officials say while that's not expected to become a widespread practice, high-risk individuals may want to consider wearing one. Updated COVID boosters will be available mid-September, once the FDA signs off and the CDC sets eligibility guidelines. The annual flu shot is out now and best taken in October. You can get both at the same time. Experts say if you do test positive for COVID, the best practice still stands.
If you're able to stay home until you test negative on a rapid test for COVID, that would be the ideal.
The CDC expects this trending uptick to continue into the fall. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Those upcoming boosters are no longer provided for free by the government. Most insurance plans are required, though, to cover the full costs of vaccines without copays. You can also check with your employer, or if you're uninsured, look for free public health options. Construction is underway in Danville on a number of businesses, and developers say more is coming. A Drake's restaurant is set to open next month, and a developer confirmed today that another nearby project is indeed a Chick-fil-A restaurant. That could open later this year. Developer CJ May tells us that this project goes against typical construction trends.
We typically won't start a project with just one out parcel tenant, but Chick-fil-A is something special. So we feel like, a lot of the dominoes will start falling, as we move forward.
May says there are conversations with several other restaurants and retail establishments who also want to locate in the same part of Danville. Coming up on First at 4, a change of hands for one sandwich chain with locations here in the mountains.
Plus, we are watching out for more showers and storms as we go into tonight. Those details coming up after this break.